Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. CFL Week 4. Like I've said, hashtag expect the unexpected. So year to date, I am 3-9 on the win-loss, 2-10 against the spread, and 4-8 on the over/under. That's 9-27 overall. Last week I was 1-3, 0-4, 1-3. I really am not this bad at this, guys. If you follow Robert Sports Show at all, you know back in 2019, from week 8 through week 21, I was at 60% on the CFL. I was at 56% plus on the NCAA and 56% on NFL. I'm not this bad. It's just been one of those years. It's been crazy so far. As we get the news that the Thursday night game, Edmonton Elks and Toronto Argonauts had been postponed, barring the end of the year or some other schedule modifications, they don't have a bye week that lines up. So I don't know how they're going to make this game up. But like I started to last couple of weeks, let's look at kind of the top performers year to date. On the best completion percentage, we have Cody Fajardo. Yeah, I'm still messing that up. I know somebody put in comments exactly how to say it. Yeah, I'm still going to mess that up. You know what? Saskatchewan's quarterback is 75 for 95, 1 interception, 773 yards, 78.9% completion ratio, 4 touchdowns on the season. Edmonton's Trevor Harris, 78 for 104, 4 interceptions, 2 touchdowns, 862 yards, but 75% completion ratio. On the best QB efficiency, Cody Fajardo, Saskatchewan there, 111.4. And then Michael Riley of BC, 100.5 QB efficiency, 71.6% completion ratio with a touchdown and no interceptions. Most receptions on the year, tied with 19, we have Kenny Lawler of Winnipeg and Kyran Moore of Saskatchewan, both with 19 catches. Lawler, 229 yards, 2 touches, and then Moore, 158 yards, 2 touchdowns. The most yards on the season receiving, Lucky Whitehood of BC, 275 yards on 15 catches, and then Brian Burnham, also out of BC, 245 yards on 13 catches. Most rushing yards, James Wilder of Edmonton, 52 for 301. He needs to be part of the passing game. I've said it before that he's kind of the modern-day Marshall Faulk, and so they need to get him a lot more touches in general, not just rushing attempts. Somebody that dynamic has got to touch the ball. And then Montreal's William Stanback, 194 yards and 33 carries, 1 touchdown. The best average with at least 10 carries, DJ Foster of Toronto, 10 for 101, a 10.1 average. And then Cody Fajardo, 6.6 average, 21 carries, and 139 yards. Most offensive plays, Saskatchewan at Edmonton, 224. Most yards, Edmonton, 1,204. Most points, Saskatchewan, 77. Those are some of the top performers from year to date for the first 3 weeks. Fantasy-wise, I'm not doing so hot. I'm kind of middle of the pack. I'm 42nd out of 82. I'm in the official Atlantic Schooners League. I got 174.2 points on the year. I'm new to the kind of like daily fantasy like this is. I'm used to the more of the leagues, go head-to-head with people. So it's kind of a learning curve for me, but I'm not bad right in the middle. So my lineup for this week, I did again spin right to the cap. So I took Winnipeg's quarterback, Zach Colliers. I got Winnipeg's wide receiver, Kenny Lawler. Hopefully that quarterback-wide receiver combo will help me out. I took a couple of Ottawa players there with Devontae Dedmon, and then in my flex I got Timothy Flanders. And then running backs, I got Kadeem Carey out of Calgary. And then I got Brady Oliveira out of Winnipeg. Very Winnipeg heavy. I am taking the Montreal Alouettes defense. I just have a feeling that the way Hamilton has played this year, I hate to do that to the Tiger Cats because there was talk of them going undefeated. Now, is there talk of them going winless? I hate to jinx them, I hate to say that, but again, expect the unexpected. So fantasy-wise, that's where I line up. Hopefully I do well this week. Again, we only have 3 games since that Thursday night game. So Edmonton, who's 1-2, Toronto, who's 2-1, since they have been postponed. But the standings do say we have ties. So I'm not sure how they're going to do this. If it just goes as a tie and be done with it, or if it's a forfeit, then you would think Toronto would win. So it'd be interested to see what the league ends up doing with that. But again, I looked at the bye weeks, and there wasn't no bye week that lined up. You would have to move multiple games, multiple bye weeks to get stuff to line up for them to be able to play again, or at least to make this game up. But we're going to move on. So next up, we have the Hamilton Tiger Cats 0-2 versus the 1-1 Montreal Alouettes. Tiger Cats are 0-2 on the road. They're once again on the road here. The Alouettes are 1-1 on the road. This is their first home game. Tiger Cats are scoring 7 points a game, 14 points over 2 games, while giving up 49 points overall. Alouettes have scored 52 points this year, 26 a game, while giving up 20.5 per game. Right now, the line looks at Montreal by 1.5. Honestly, I hate to do it. Tiger Cats have got to step up and win here soon, but taking Montreal, you got them winning, give them the 1.5 to cover and under on the 46.5. Until Hamilton shows me that they can do it, I gotta go with Montreal. Next up, we have the BC Lions at 1-2 versus the 1-1 Ottawa Red Blacks. BC is 1-1 on the road, 0-1 at home. Well, the Red Blacks, this is their first home game of the year. They're 1-1 on the road. BC has scored 20 points a game, average, giving up 21. Overall, 60 points to 63. Well, the Red Blacks have scored 2 games, 26 points, giving up 35. So here, it depends on the scoring. If it's controlled by Ottawa, low-scoring game. If it's controlled by BC, maybe a high-scoring game. The overall points right now is 41.5. I've thought long and hard on that. BC is currently favored by 2.5. I am taking BC to win. Have them cover that 2.5. I'm going over on the 41.5. I think BC can. Excuse me. They're giving up points as much as they're scoring them. As long as Ottawa can score a little bit, they should be all right there on the over. And then last but not least, we have the Calgary Stampeders 1-2 versus the 2-1 Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Stampeders scored 57 points in 3 games, while giving up 60. The Blue Bombers scored 62 and gave up 43. Pretty good defense there. Only give up 14 points a game. Winnipeg is favored by 5.5. I got them winning, covering, and under on the 41.5. So that's going to wrap up week number 4. We have Montreal winning, BC winning, Winnipeg winning, Montreal covering, BC covering, Winnipeg covering, under on the Alouettes, over on the BC Lions, and under on the Blue Bombers. Make sure you check out Robert Sports Show and look for the NCAA Week 0. Basically, it's the opening weekend. I kind of split up days, Week 0, Week 1, Week 0. Stay tuned to Robert Sports Show for NFL 2 weeks away. A lot coming to Robert Sports Show. If you're a wrestling fan, definitely check that out. NASCAR fan, will be NASCAR previews throughout the playoffs. As always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show, and don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports content.